Okay, welcome to the bar in lovely Ontario. I'm Sergeant Mercy, and I'm going to be doing a solo game of Kings and Kaisers just to try it out. I've tried it out once with a couple of friends, but I didn't film it, and I want to see how it goes. I've been watching a couple of the games online that are being played by the creators of the game, Madman and Moosecow, and I wanted to see if I could throw a couple of videos together and just see how it worked. So I'm starting obviously with Austria-Hungary. They start with 26 IPCs to spend, plus they have a tech token. So I'm going to be buying 4 infantry, an artillery, and a cavalry along with a fighter. And I have 2 tech dice to roll to see if I can get a breakthrough. So let's just see if I can do that one first. And I did get a breakthrough. So the breakthrough is 6. So I think that's a naval base or a military base. I'll decide on that at the end of the turn. So it's either a naval base or a military base. So I was successful on there. So I'll leave that there for now and make a decision about that at the end of the turn. Okay. The mechanics for the World War I game are a little bit different from obviously the World War II ones. Combat and non-combat take place on the same turns. And then you just get to the rolling of the dice. So we'll do all of the movement first. So first off, there is actually going to be a naval battle to start. The Dreadnought and the cruiser from Sea Zone 30 are going to come through the neutral Italian waters and attack the British cruiser and transport in Sea Zone, whatever that is, 30-31. Okay, so we're going to send these guys down here. So that will be one of the battles. I'll get rid of these. And we do also, of course, have to attack Serbia. That was one of the rules that they ported over from the World War I game. So I'm going to be coming into Serbia with, looks like, was it 4 infantry? 4 infantry and an artillery from Dalmatia, and then 6 infantry and an artillery from whichever territory Budapest is in. What that does, if you attack a minor aligned power, is it makes it into whatever units they're aligned with. So the Russians have 6 infantry and an artillery to defend Belgrade, basically, Serbia. Okay, the other battle that I'm going to do is a little bit further north, and I'm going to come into Poland, and I'm going to be bringing all 6 infantry and an artillery from Galicia, and then I'm going to tow 2 infantry with these cavalry to Poland from Bohemia. Okay, so I'll just put all these guys together. So we've got, those guys are already in there. And then these guys are going to come in. The artillery does not attack when they're towing, which is kind of a neat rule. So those 2 guys are going to come in here. I'll tidy those guys up in a bit once we finish the combat. And then these guys here will all come into Serbia, and I'll just chip out a couple of the pieces there. We've got 2 artillery there, so I'll just chip that 2nd artillery out, and we've got a stack of men here, so I'll just chip out that man as well so that we can leave the board nice and tidy. Okay, because you also have to do your non-combat in the same round, which I think is kind of interesting, I'm going to move 6 infantry and an artillery from Austria to Dalmatia. I'm going to leave the guys in Tyrol where they are. I'm going to move this 6 more infantry and 2 artillery from Austria into Galicia. And I'm going to move the 2 guys from Bohemia that were left over into Galicia as well. So I'll chip out 1 guy here and have a nice, neat stack there. I am trying to practice in my videos to just do this as efficiently as possible and to roll everything on the same video. So let's do the naval battle first. I'll put the dice tray over here so it's easier to see. Okay, so the naval battle in this sea zone is two Austro-Hungarian ships. It's a dreadnought and a cruiser against a British cruiser and a transport. So here's the dreadnought and the cruiser, a 3 and a 4. I got a hit with the dreadnought, and then the British cruiser gets a shot at me and misses. So that means obviously that the transport is killed automatically because it does not get a defense roll unless it's paired. But what that also does is it means that because I declared war on the British, they are now being convoyed in that sea zone by the Austro-Hungarian ships. So we'll see what happens with England's turn a little bit later. Okay, so the next battle that we're going to do is Serbia. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 10 infantry and 2 artillery. So that's 4 3s and 8 2s. So that's going to go in the dice tray here. 4 3s and 8 2s. Here it comes. 2, 4, 6, which is, I think, exactly what I needed. No, they have, yes, 6. Yeah, that's perfect. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 hits. So put those up here for now. Get rid of these. And then the Serbian, which are now the Russian defense, are 6 3s. And they got 2 hits. Okay. So if we go to Serbia over here on the map, all of these Russians are dead. And the Austro-Hungarians lost 2. We'll do the income update in a sec. Okay, so Serbia is now in Austro-Hungarian hands. The next one is going to be up in Poland. Okay, so coming into Poland, we have 1 artillery paired with 1 infantry. Plus 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's 8 infantry total. There's 6 there and 2 there, plus the artillery. So that's 7 2s and 2 3s. So let's go to the dice tray here. 7 2s and 2 3s. Whoops. Sorry. There we go. 7 2s and 2 3s. Here we go. 2 hits. That's not particularly good. Although obviously I did not expect to get this one. I'm going to follow up with the Germans on their turn. All right. The Russians have 8 3s, and they're going to get 7 hits. Okay. So that was a disastrous outcome for the Austro-Hungarians. The Germans are really going to have to follow that one up. Okay, so Russia only loses 2 pieces. And I lose 7, so that's 6. Oh, I could lose the 2 cavalry, and I think I will. Actually, I know they don't. They're not involved in the combat, but I'm assuming they can be taken as casualties. So I'm going to take 2 cavalry, 4, and then 2 more of these guys. So that will stay contested. I'll double check the rules to see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can take cavalry as casualties even if they don't participate in the actual attack. Or like get rolled dice, because they are in the battle. So I think you can take them as casualties. So Poland will remain contested. So the adjustments that we need to make to the income tracker. Oh, I should probably place my units first. So everything kind of has to go into, well, no, that's not true. There's 1 or 2 cities and other places where they could put them, but I think I'll just put everything in Austria right now. because that's home territory and you can go in either direction with those. And if we go over to the income tracker, oops, sorry for the bad transition here. In terms of the income tracker here, so Russia's going to go down 3 because they're contested some territory right now. So that's 1, 2, 3. The Austro-Hungarians are going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. So the Russians and the Austro-Hungarians are tied right now at 29. Now in terms of national objectives, they do not control 3 of those. They do not control 4 of those. They don't have all of those yet, but that's something to try, I guess, later. Okay, so I think that's going to be it. If I come around here again, I think that's going to be it for the Austro-Hungarian turn. We'll just flip this one over, and we'll see what the Russians do next. Oh, no, well, I'm not going to do the whole disposition of forces because I'm not playing with anybody else. But basically, you can have a look at sort of where the Austrians are at this point. They've made some incursions, obviously, into the Balkans, and they are pushing at Russia, but Russia's kind of in pretty good shape there because that was a horrifically bad attack on Poland. Okay, so we'll see what happens on the next turn. The next turn is Russia. Okay. So I forgot to place my military base. So I've decided the best place for that is going to be Galicia, because that's closer to the Russian forces and stuff. Also, the final income for the Austro-Hungarians was 29. I don't know how well you can see this. Hold on. 29 IPCs. Okay, so that's what they'll start with on the next turn.